Welcome to the second part of the mathematics test. The last time we did one part of the grade 3 question 8. So today we'll finish the second part. The first part was for us to find the perimeter. And as you can see on the screen, the formula is 2 into brackets length plus width. So that's the formula for perimeter. Now we need to find the area. Now the area of a rectangle. The area of a rectangle simply means the area that the rectangle is covering. Can you see? Can you see the area? Okay. So the formula for area of a rectangle is A, which is for area, equals length, which is L, times width. That's the area for a rectangle. So in this case, the length, we have been told that the length is 8 centimeters. The width is 5 centimeters. So we have been told that the length of the rectangle is 8 centimeters and the width is 5 centimeters. So the area will be, area is equal to, the length is 8 centimeters and the width is 5 centimeters. Area equals 8 centimeters times 5 centimeters. And 8 times 5 is what? It's supposed to be 40 centimeters squared. Have you seen it? A rectangular garden is 8 meters long and 5 meters wide. Find A, its perimeter. B, find its area. So we found the perimeter already, which is 26 meters. The area is length times width. The length is 8 centimeters. The width is 5 centimeters. When you multiply 8 times 5, you get 40 centimeters squared. You always have to bring the squared. Do you understand? Do you understand? So we are now starting the grade 4. The question is, what is the value of 8 in 48,325? We will draw the place value chart like this. This is the place value chart. The last column here is the ones column. You have the tens column, hundreds, thousand, then 10,000, then 100,000, then million, 10 million, 100 million, and then 1 billion. The figure over here is 48325. So we start from the right. 5 is in the ones column. 2 is in the tens column. 3 is in the hundreds column. 8 is in the thousands column. 4 is in the 10,000s column. So that gives us 48,325. Okay. So what we are looking for, what the question is asking for is, what is the value of 8? So this is what the question is asking for. What is the value of this 8? So you know that this is the thousands column. So the value of 8 is 8 times 1,000. And that should give us 8,000. The answer is D. Number 2. Round 7,846 to the nearest thousand. Round 7,846 to the nearest thousand. When they say you should round a number to the nearest thousand, what they are asking you to do is to round the number so that you either get numbers in thousands, like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Do you understand? That's what the kind of number they are looking for. So, and so on and so forth. Now, the number we have been given is 7,846. So what you have to bear in mind is that for you to get the nearest thousand, it means they want to know whether when you round off this number, the 7,800, whether you get 7,000 or you get 8,000. You understand? So now let's find out how we will go about it. In order to calculate it, we have to first look at the main number. The main number here is 7, because we have 7, 8, 4, 6. Then the rest of the numbers, you ask yourself whether the number is bigger than 500 or less than 500. So is whether this number is greater than 500 or less than 500. If the number is greater than 500, you round that whole number to 1 and you add it to the main number. So that main number here is 7. If it is bigger than 500, you round it to 1. If it is lower than 500, you round it to 0. So for this particular question, the number following the 7,000 is 846. 846 is greater than 500. So you round it to 1. Do you understand? And you add that 1 to the 7. So when you do that, you are going to get 8,000. Do you understand? For this question, the answer is C. Question 3. What is 3 over 4 as a decimal? What is 3 over 4 as a decimal? Now, what is 3 over 4 as a decimal? So what they are asking us to do is to convert this fraction 3 divided by 4 into a decimal. Now, to be able to get that, you have to make sure that the 4 becomes 100. You ask yourself, what number, when I multiply by 4, will give me 100? What number, when multiplied by 4, will give me 100? What number is that?
25.
Yes. So, you ask yourself, what number, when you multiply by the denominator, will give you 100? When you get that number, then you'll be able to find out the one you have to multiply with the numerator. Okay? So, one way you can do that is like this. So, what number multiplied by 4 will be 100? So the way you do that is that you say 4 times x, because we don't know the number. So let's say the number should be x is equal to 100. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
So now, if you divide 4 by 2, what do you get? 2. If you divide 100 by 2, what do you get?
50.
Good. Now, if you divide 2 by 2, what do you get? 1. If you divide 50 by 2, what will you get?
75.
Good. Now, we know that when you multiply 25 by 4, you get 100. So now it makes our answer simple. So now we know that 3 divided by 4 times 25 here down times 25, because once you find this one, you use the same thing for the top. Have you seen it? So once you're able to find the number, when you multiply by which you get 100 for the denominator, you use that number to multiply the 2. So when you multiply 3 by 25, what do you get?
75.
Good. So 3 times 25 is 75, and then 4 times 25 is what? 25 times 4 is 100. So now we have 75 over 100. Now, how do we turn 75 over 100 into a decimal? You divide it by 100. Okay? So you divide both sides by 100. So 75 divided by 100, okay, divided by 100 over 100. Now, 100 divided by 100, 1 0 will cancel this 0. This 0 will also cancel this 0. Then it will be left with 1. But this 0 cannot go here. So each time you have a 0, you move back 1 step. Another 0, you move back another step. Have you seen it? So once you do that, it becomes 0.75. Any number that you divide by 100, you move the 0 twice backwards. You understand? So it means that converting 3 over 4 into a decimal will give us C, 0.75. What type of angle is 135 degrees? First of all, do you know what an angle is? When two lines meet, they form an angle. If there's a line coming from this place, and another line comes from this place and it meets, then it becomes an angle. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
If another one is coming like this, and another one comes to meet,
An angle.
have you seen it?
Yes.
If another one is from here, and another one comes from here and meets,
An angle.
whenever two lines meet, it forms an angle. That's what we call an angle. Do you understand? Now there are different types of angles. Okay? There are different types of angles. Now, you also know that the angles are measured in degrees. We saw the protractor. Do you remember the protractor? We said that the protractor looks like this. Do you remember? It looks like this. And we said that the protractor is in your math set. We said that the protractor has small measurements like this all over. And each measurement is divided into 10. So you see 10, 20, 30, 40. And when it gets to this place, it reads 90. Have you seen it? So this one is 90. Then it continues 100, 120, 130, up to 180. Have you seen it? So what they are saying is that on this protractor, there are different types of angles because there are two lines meeting. It's forming an angle. So when the line that is meeting, when it looks like this, is called an acute angle. Acute, we spell it like this. A-C-U-T-E. Okay? The acute angle simply means that the measurement over here is less than 90 degrees. Do you remember that 90 degrees looks like this? From here to here. That's 90 degrees. So when the line that is coming to meet is something like this, then that's an acute angle. It's less than 90 degrees. Have you seen it? Now, when the line meets like this, that is exactly 90 degrees, then that one is called a right angle. Just like we mentioned, an angle is formed when two lines meet. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So when a line comes this way and another line comes this way, the moment they meet, the space here is called an angle. That's the first thing you have to know. Now, there are different types of angles, because one line can come from here and come and meet this way. It's a different angle. Another one can come from here and come and meet this way. It's also a different angle. Another one too can come and meet this way. It's also a different angle. Do you understand? So now we are saying that there are different types of angles. The question is asking, which type of angle is 135 degrees? Now, when the angle is less than 90 degrees, it's called an acute angle. When the angle is less than 90 degrees, it is called an acute angle. When the angle is exactly 90 degrees, it is called a right angle. Okay? When the angle is more than 90 degrees, but it is less than 180 degrees, it is called an obtuse angle. It's spelled like this, obtuse angle. When the angle is more than 180 degrees, but it is less than 360 degrees, it is called a reflex angle. Reflex is spelled like this. So that is 180 degrees, more than 180 degrees, but less than 360 degrees. This one is more than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees. Then this one is equal to 90 degrees. And then this one is less than 90 degrees. This one is more than 180 degrees, but it's less than 360 degrees. So now, having explained the types of angles, what type of angle do you think 135 degrees will be? Looking at the examples on the screen, right angle is equal to 90 degrees, equal to 90 degrees. Obtuse angle is more than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees. Then acute angle is less than 90 degrees. And then reflex angle is more than 180 degrees, but less than 360 degrees. So, what type of angle is 135 degrees? Looking at the examples that we have put here so far. What is a straight angle?
Straight.
A straight angle looks like this. Exactly 180 degrees. When it is equal to 180 degrees. That is a straight angle. The type of angle which is 135 degrees is an obtuse angle, because when you look at obtuse angle, 135 is more than 90 degrees, but it is less than 180 degrees. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay. So the answer is C. Number 5. A square has a side of 6 centimeters. What is the area? A square has a side of 6 centimeters. What is the area? A square has a side of 6 centimeters. It means this side is 6 centimeters. Because it is a square, all the sides are equal. So this is also 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters. Have you seen it? They are saying you should find the area of the square. There is a formula for finding the area of the square. Each side times each side. So there are 4 sides, just the 2 sides times each other. So it will give us 6 centimeters times 6 centimeters. And that will give us 36 centimeters squared. You always have to bring the squared at the top. Do you understand? So we have 36 centimeters squared. That is the area of the square. So the answer is C. Question 6. Calculate A. 4628 plus 7395. B. 9000 minus 4675. C. 246 times 8. Now let's see how we can solve them. So the first one, A. 4628 plus 7395. 8 plus 5 is what?
8 plus 5 is 13.
So 8 plus 5 is 13. So we bring the 3. Then you carry 1 at the top here. You put 1 at the top in the tens column. Now, this 1 plus the 2 is what?
3. 3.
Then 3 plus 9 is what?
12.
So 2, carry 1 here again. So 1 plus 6 is what?
7.
7 plus 3 is what?
10.
So 10. So you bring the 0 here and you carry 1 here. 1 plus 4 is what?
5.
5 plus 7 is what?
12.
So you bring the 12 here. 4, 6, 2, 8 plus 7, 3, 9, 5. What you have to do is you add this 8 plus this 5.
This 5.
Do you understand? You add the ones column. This is the ones column. This is the tens column. This is the hundreds column.
This is the
Thousands column. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
So what you do is that you start adding from the ones column. So 8 plus 5 is what?
8 plus 5 is
13.
13.
So we don't write all the 13 here. You write 3. Now you bring that 1. You add that 1 in the tens column over here. So now 1 plus 2 is what? 3.
Plus 2 is 3.
3 plus 9 is what?
3 plus 9 is 12.
12. Then you carry 1 here to the hundreds column. So 1 plus 6 is what?
1 plus 6 is 7.
Then 7 plus 3 is what?
7 plus 3 is 10.
So 10. So you bring the 0 here and you carry the 1 here. So now 1 plus 4 is what?
1 plus 4 is 5.
And then 5 plus 7 is what?
5 plus 7 is 12.
12. So then you cannot write a 12 here. That's how you get the answer.
Okay.
9,000 minus 4675. B, we have 9,000 minus 4,675. So what we have to do is to start from the ones column. This is the ones column. This is the tens column. This is the hundreds column. And this is the thousands column. Have you seen it? So 0 minus 5, it will give you negative. So you go and borrow from the next line. When we go to the next line, it's also 0. So we go to the next one. The next one is also 0. So we go to the next one. So you borrow 1 from the 9 here. Then you bring it here. Then here will become 10. So you borrow 1 from 9 and it will come here and it will become 10. Then you borrow 1 from this 10 to this place. Then here will become 10. Then here becomes 9. Then you borrow 1 from here to this place. Then here will become 10. Then here will become 9. Have you seen it? Now, 10 minus 5 is what?
5.
10 minus 5 is 5. And then over here, it is left with 9. So 9 minus 7 is what? So 9 minus 7 is 2. And then the next one is also 9. So 9 minus 6 is what? 9 minus 6 is 3. Now, over here, we are left with 8 over here because we borrowed 1 from the 9. So we are left with 8 here. So 8 minus 4 is what?
4.
4. So now 9,000 minus 4,675 will give us 4,325. 6 times 8 is 48. So 8 here, carry 4. Then 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 4 is 32 plus 4 is 36. So here will be 6. Do you understand? Carry 3. Then 8 times 2 is what? 16 plus 3, 19. This is the correct answer.
Oh.
So what you need to know about this question is that you need to know how much milliliters make 1 liter. Now, 1,000 milliliters is equal to 1 liter. Do you understand? Okay, so when they tell you that you should convert 3 liters to milliliters, is equal to 3 times 1,000. That will give you what? 3,000 milliliters. That's A. Yes. B. Convert 4,500 milliliters to liters and milliliters. So when you are converting from milliliters to liters, you divide by 1,000. So B, convert 4,500 milliliters into liters and milliliters. So when you are converting from milliliters to liters, you divide by 1,000. When you are converting from liters to milliliters, you multiply by 1,000. The first one we multiplied by 1,000. This one we will divide by 1,000. Do you understand? 4,500 milliliters is equal to 4,500 divided by 1,000. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
So now this 0 will cancel this 0. This 0 will cancel this 0. Then, because there's an extra 0 here, it will move the point in between the 4 and the 5. Have you seen it?
Yes.
So this will become 4,500 milliliters. If you want to convert it into liters, you divide 4,500 by 1,000. Do you understand? When you divide it, it will cancel out some of the zeros. So this zero will cancel this zero. This zero will cancel this zero. The zero which is left here, for it to be cancelled, you need to move 1 point back here before this zero can be cancelled. So then this will become 4.5 liters, like this. And 4.5 liters is the same as 4 liters, 500 milliliters. So it's the same as 4 liters, 500 milliliters. So here will be 4 liters, 500 milliliters. Now we have to convert 2.75 liters to milliliters. So the same thing. When you are converting from liters to milliliters, you multiply. So this will be C 2.75 liters is equal to 2.75 times 1,000. And this will be, so the number of zeros over here is 3. So these two will move 3 zeros apart. So it will be 1, 2, and then 3. So it will be 2,750 milliliters. So let's look at this one. Number 8. Find the missing number. This one is very simple. So A, 7 times dash is equal to 63. B, dash divided by 8 is equal to 6. C, 45 plus dash is equal to 100. Find the missing number. Okay, so A, they are saying that 7 times a certain number will give us 63. Okay. So let's say that number is X. Okay. Because we don't know the number. So we will use an alphabet to represent that number. Do you understand? Whenever you multiply a number by the alphabet, they come together as one number. Do you understand? So this will be 7x is equal to 63, like this. Now we want to find x, which is the unknown number. So we divide the two sides by 7. We divide the two sides by 7. So this place will be 7x divided by 7 is equal to 63 divided by 7. So this 7 will cancel this 7. Have you seen it? And then this 7 will go into 63 how many times? So this 7 will cancel this one. And then it will cancel this one. And you get 9. So it means x is equal to 9. Do you understand? Therefore, the space here, the unknown number is 9. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Okay. B. A certain number divided by 8 is equal to 6. So, the same way, let the unknown number be called x. So, this is x divided by 8 is equal to 6. So, x divided by 8 can be written like this. Have you seen it? So, the same way we're dividing the a, if you want to get rid of the 8, you multiply it by 8. So, x over 8 times 8 is equal to 6 times 8. So 8 will cancel 8. And then 6 times 8 will be what? What is 6 times 8? So 6 times 8 is 48. So B, the missing number for B is 48. Have you seen it? Now C. 45 plus a certain number will give 100. So 45 plus a certain number is equal to 100. So this one too, let's represent a certain number by x. So 45 plus x is equal to 100. So if you want to find x, you have to subtract 45 from the left and subtract 45 from the right. So this will be 45 plus x minus 45 is equal to 100 minus 45. So this 45 will cancel this 45. And then 100 will minus 45. So 100 minus 45 is what?
55.
So 100 minus 45 is 55. So the missing number in C is 55. Number 9. A rectangular classroom is 12 meters long and 7 meters wide. Find its perimeter. B. Find its area. We've been told that the length of the rectangle is 12 meters. So this is length. And the width is equal to 7 meters. So to find the perimeter, the formula is 2 into bracket length plus width. So over here, 2 into bracket 12 plus 7. That will give us 2 into bracket 12 plus 7 is what? 12 plus 7 is 19. And then 2 times 19 is what? 2 times 19 is 38. So the perimeter is 38 meters. Now the area of the rectangle, the formula for area is length times width. So length is 12 times width 7. So the area is 12 times 7. What is 12 times 7? So 12 times 7 is 84 meters squared. That is the area. Do you understand? Number 10, scores. English 68, mathematics 82, science 56, social studies 74, computing 65. Find the highest, lowest, difference between highest and lowest, and number above 70. So we've been given certain scores for certain subjects. So we've been given English. We are told that English, the score is 68. We've been told mathematics. The score is 82. We said science. The score is 56. Social studies. The score is 74. Computing. The score is 65. The first question is, find the highest. So among these scores, which one is the highest? So the subject with the highest score is mathematics, 82. The next question is, so science is the lowest. So science is 56. The difference between the highest and the lowest. When they say the difference between the highest and the lowest, do you understand? The difference is what is the highest score minus the lowest score. The highest score minus the lowest score. So over here, the highest is 82. So the difference over here is 82 minus 56. The difference is 82 minus 56, which will give us 26. The third one is number above 70. What's the number above 70? Number above 70. We have two numbers. The first one is 74 and 82. These are the two numbers above 70. Okay, so this brings us to the end of grade 4 test.